The chairman of the SEC, Mark Ueda, spoke today on Fox Business, addressing the suspension of ongoing investigations by the SEC. We will listen to his statements as he discusses how the SEC under the Trump administration is turning a new page by dismissing several investigations into cryptocurrency companies, including Robinhood, Coinbase, and Kraken. Additionally, the SEC announced that its cryptocurrency task force will hold a series of roundtables to discuss digital asset regulations tomorrow. The White House will convene to discuss these matters as well. Let's listen to Mark Ueda directly as he outlines these policy changes.
The fact that we are seeing another sell-off in stocks this morning. The Dow Industrial is down 433. Bitcoin is actually indicated higher. The Securities and Exchange Commission turning a new leaf under the Trump administration, dismissing several investigations into crypto firms, including probes on Robinhood, Coinbase, and Kraken. The commission saying that its crypto task force will host a series of roundtables to discuss regulation of digital assets. And of course, the White House is having a summit tomorrow on this. Joining us right now is the acting Securities and Exchange Commission Chairman, Mark Ueda. Mr. Chairman, great to see you. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, great to be back, Maria.
First, let's talk about this investigatory situation and why you stopped the probes.
Well, we have stopped the probes that do not involve fraud. They are involved what we call registration-only violations. And that means you didn't come to the government and ask us for permission before doing an offering. Now, the reason we did that is because on day one of the Trump administration, I issued an order creating the SEC's crypto task force. It's something that we should have done years ago. We need to have a clear set of rules, particularly rules that establish whether or not something's even within the SEC jurisdiction. There's a whole legal structure. What is security? What is not?
Right.
We've not provided any clarity. Instead, for the last 4 years, we have pursued policy setting through enforcement actions. Now, my view is we set the rules. We tell people what the rules are. We expect them to abide by those rules. And then if they don't, we enforce. It's not the opposite way around. We don't hide what the rules are, hide our views, and only announce it ex post facto, which is after you've done something. There are so many in the crypto industry who've been asking for this clarity for years, and instead they get hit with subpoenas, they get hit with investigations, they get hit with court actions. So we're going back, we're engaging with the public, and that is one of the steps that we've made in addition to hosting roundtables, which we've just announced on this issue. We've created a public comment feedback form asking the public to submit their comments on how we should regulate crypto assets.
Yeah, and I want to talk about that regulation. I'll get to that in a moment. But in terms of the rules and regulations, it was almost like the Biden administration was regulating through investigations. You know, just send out Wells notices. You know, start putting the scare into all of these firms, and then that's how you'll figure out what's going on. Tell us about the rulemaking that you changed at the Securities and Exchange Commission. There was a lot of climate change agenda rules and regs, right?
Well, that's right. In addition to having, in essence, no rulemaking on crypto, providing no clarity in advance, we instead focused a lot of time on issues like climate risk disclosure.
Right. You are the acting commissioner. What is the story with Paul Atkins, who is expected to be coming in to the SEC?
Well, Paul Atkins is a terrific nominee for the agency. I'm so pleased that President Trump put him up. He needs to get a hearing before Senate banking and then get voted out, and hopefully we'll have him in shortly.